What's up, guys? Kevin and I here wanted to stop by real quick before the video and just give a huge thank you to all of you. Merry Christmas, first of all, I guess yesterday, and Happy New Year coming up. Happy holidays in general to all of you, whatever you do celebrate. But at the end of the year, we just wanted to stop by and say thank you. This year, 2018, has been insane for us, for Morph Mixology, the brand, so to speak, and all of it. My wife and I completely overcame our fear of snakes. We went absolutely insane building a bunch of racks, and we're up to 49 reptiles, 49 snakes in the building, or in the basement here. So it's just been a whirlwind. Got over 6,500 followers on Instagram this year. That is insane. I can't even begin to fathom that. Over 2,600 of you subscribers here on YouTube. If you're not subscribed already, please do. Welcome to the family. We got plenty of cool stuff coming up in 2019, so definitely check in for that. But just thanks in general. It's been absolutely insane. So we just want to stop by and say thank you, and we look forward to even more and better content in 2019. Obviously, eggs on the way and hatchlings, but yeah, thanks a lot for everything. Seriously, enjoy the video. What's going on YouTube? Jason here, Morph Mixology as always. If you just recently watched the final video on the 10 hive sterilite rack, the breeder rack I just built, this video is taking place immediately after that, but obviously uploaded a little bit later. Today is moving day, we're calling it moving day. We have a lot of snakes that need to be rearranged, brought up to bigger tubs, and obviously we need to fill the breeder rack. So we're going to do that. This is going to be a super easy video, not a whole lot of talking or explaining. I'm just going to set you guys up back there on like a time loop, or time lapse rather, and get to work. I got to shift all of my racks down, slide this rack in all the way at the end past the freedom breeder, and start shuffling people up, moving them up, and getting going. So we'll do that, come back at the end, we'll kind of talk about where everybody is now, and we'll go from there. Hope you guys enjoy. By the way, real quick before I get to that next step, I don't know if I'm actually going to do like a time-lapse thing of that, because this part's going to take quite a while. I'm going through and washing all of these tubs top to bottom as I finish them up. So these freedom breeder tubs I'm going to do next. I'll take them out, wash them with Dawn dish soap and the scrub sponge. Make sure they're super clean, nothing left behind, inside and out, and then I'll disinfect them like I normally clean with and move people up, and then I'll take the 32s, wash them really well, put them in, so on and so forth. So I'm going to skip ahead to that step now, and then we'll come back and explain what else we've got going on. Just like that, we're done. Obviously you didn't see all of the rotating around. This took many hours to get done the way I wanted it. Had to wash every tub that was not brand new, other than wiping those out obviously before I used them. But let me kind of just show you what I did real quick. Turned out pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with it. So obviously there's the 10 high 41. This is the Sterilite 41 quart. Sometimes they call it like an underbed storage box, something like that. They seem to love it. It's got lots of room. They're back on the heat tape, set at 90 degrees obviously. And then those water dishes I got at IKEA. So this is all females. All of my biggest females, most of which are being, in fact all of which are being paired this season. So these 10 are the biggest ones I've got. This will be their forever tub, unless of course I upgrade and get different racks or whatever. Next to them, and get everything out of the way, is the Freedom Breeder 40 rack that I built before. This also is full of females. These are just slightly smaller, and only one or two of which might get paired this year. But that's not a big deal. They can live in here just fine. They're just not quite big enough yet, so they might get a late season pairing depending on how it goes. But the rest of these girls will more than likely be 2020 season females. And by then I'll probably need another second one of the big breeder racks or commercial racks or whatever by then. But we moved some up, 900,000 grams, something like that. So we got Cleopatra up here now. The Pinstripe Ultramel, she's in the nice tub. Moved up obviously Penny, our clown, she's almost 1,100 grams now. So looks really good, they're doing really well. I will say, just as a point of personal preference, I guess, as you can tell by the way I've done the room, and the more racks I build, the more tubs I get, the more snakes I get, I'm noticing I actually prefer better light. No, I actually prefer clear tubs in general. I just like it. There's a little tiny window in this room right here. It's right next to my driveway. And so they get a little bit of a natural day-night cycle, which is nice. But even me coming in and out of the room a couple times a day with the lights on and whatnot, I believe that they thrive with a little bit of variety that obviously a dark tub does not offer. Now, granted, all of the, or I won't say all, but a lot of the big, super successful high-end breeders that use Freedom Breeder or ARS tubs and racks. But I just don't know, I just like the clear tubs. So what I'm thinking I'm gonna do, and if any of you guys are interested, I think I'm gonna sell these 10 Freedom Breeder 40 with cup tubs, okay? And I think I'm gonna call up Jesse at Freedom Breeder and order the Freedom Breeder 40 with cup in semi-clear. Now they're not gonna be as transparent as all of these are, obviously, but at least they'll be semi-clear. You'll be able to see, I'll be able to see in there roughly, get movement, and they'll be able to see some light. So if any of you are interested in these, let me know, we'll figure out how to do that. But I think I'm gonna do that. I think the semi-clears will be better off. So that's the breeder females and the next season females, the biggest ones I've got. Next to that is another rack of females with the exception of the bottom two. The bottom two now house Jameson, the boa, who's hiding currently, and Simba, the Dumeral's boa. He's gotten big enough now that he needs some room to stretch out, and especially I've noticed when I feed him that he doesn't seem to like being in the smaller tub. And in all honesty, I had him in the 15 because I was out of room. So those two are down there. The rest of these are females that are not big enough to be in this one, but big enough to get 32s with the exception of these two, plus I ran out of space in my female rack. So these are, 600 to 800 grams or so in these ones. The pied, the mahogany het pied, stuff like that. So this is where they will stay probably for the next year or so. They might get moved into these if I build another one of these to move these up and so forth. So 3 racks of females with the exception of those 2 down there. Next one over are all of my males, my biggest males. Not most, but a lot of these are breeding this season. So Leopard Butter Pastel, Red Stripe GHI, pastel and scaleless and stuff like that. Finally up in 32s. These will be their forever tubs, as far as I'm concerned, unless I change rack style, obviously. But these will be their forever tubs, all the way to the bottom. Kevin and Drake and those that have been breeding. And now we got Johnny a full-size tub. Even though he's still in his tiny little hide, we got a full-size tub for him now. So, like I said, 32 quarts for these are all breeder males, this entire rack is, and this is where they'll be probably for good. Last rack over, which I'm still planning to build a 3 high for, even though at the moment I don't really need it. I will, definitely with holdbacks and stuff this year. This is just the smallest of what I have left. So anything that didn't fit the criteria over there for the time being, the bottom is just storage for my paper. I'm gonna do a video on substrate and what I use in my tub. Somebody asked me about it. I use paper obviously, but we'll go through that in a different video. But there's mahogany het pine, obviously Stewart the banana pine, a couple of the other ones that we haven't made tags for. I'm making new tags because we're doing some stuff with the logo, so that's why some of these don't have tags yet. Coastal carpet python, and then up top my short-tailed python and hognose. So yeah, there you go. It got bigger, it's more expanded, it's more organized. I love these. I'm super excited to see them grow, and I'm super excited to see big girls on eggs in there. And I love the way it looks, except these don't match now, but whatever. Like I said, if you're interested in those, let me know. That's gonna do it for this week. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. I hope you enjoyed seeing the progress of the room and the collection. We should be getting close to eggs, hopefully. I mean, not close in weeks necessarily, because obviously once I get that shed, we're still 30 days out, but we're getting there. We're in the ballpark at least. Yeah, any new ideas on anything else you guys would like to see, please let me know down below. Like, subscribe, share, Facebook, Instagram, across the board. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys next week. See ya.